And we're going to hear from Nicola right now. It is the club's first designated Her Game 2 fixture. Nicola Brown, as previously mentioned, is the club's Her Game 2 ambassador, and she joins us. Nicola, good evening.
Good evening, Nick. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. And thank you for your time this evening as well. Just explain, first of all, how you became the Her Game 2 ambassador for Wealdstone, if you could.
Yeah, of course. So probably back end at the beginning of last season, we had our first fixture at Oldham, and I was contacted by the Her Game 2 ambassador, Alison, from there. Took part in a sort of a blog post, Her Game 2 blog post about my love of Wealdstone and football generally, how I got into football. And it kind of highlighted the great initiative that the team, the Her Game 2 girls are doing. And it was just an idea that I took to Wealdstone. They're huge in the community. They want to sort of bring as much as they can to local schools, as Stuart just said about the football clubs. So it's just another great initiative that we can sort of help support from a club perspective.
And the Her Game 2 campaign very much kind of wants to elevate, women's roles in being fans of football clubs and being involved in football clubs. How do you think that works specifically at a non-league level?
Yeah, so I think one of the main missions of Her Game 2 is to sort of raise the importance of the inclusivity and the diversity in sport generally. There's quite a lot of sexism still around, and I think there's a real opportunity for us to make a difference and change that. Now, I think currently we've got probably just over half of the National League clubs signed up as partners to the Her Game 2 campaign, which is just amazing. I think we're just close to signing our 13th team. And I just think it's really important, as we've sort of said, to raise that awareness that everybody is welcome, everybody should feel safe when they come to football. I know, I followed Premier League football before, and it's a very different environment to National League, and the National League teams, and I think a couple of the managers have mentioned it in their interviews earlier, there is opportunity to meet the players, there is opportunity to socialise with them, speak to the staff and that kind of thing. And I think it's really important that everyone feels safe and able to do that at a non-league game.
Are the challenges, do you think, the same at non-league level as they are perhaps in the Premier League? Much bigger crowds, the kind of global interest and the pressures that brings. Is it still the same issue, do you think, of sexism in non-league, or is it? I mean, a lot of people talk about non-league being family friendly and welcoming, and you have to say that some Premier League and Championship is not necessarily the case. So do you think that there are two different approaches required?
Quite possibly, and I think purely just to the huge number of fans that you've mentioned. I think that we can't control what individuals do or how individuals behave at football matches. There's always going to be an individual that has an opinion and quite openly will mention that. I think from a National League or non-league perspective, I think we've probably got more of an opportunity to try and change that, just because you're more likely to be able to know who your fan base are. You've got this more family friendly feel, as we've talked about. You haven't got the large number of crowds, but ultimately I think that the mission and the goal is key across both Premier League and National League, non-league as well.
So tell us about Saturday's event at Wealdstone. Who are you encouraging in particular to come along, and how can they claim their free tickets?
They can claim their free tickets. So yes, we're offering free tickets to any girls under the age of 18 with a full paying adult, and the tickets are now available on the Wealdstone website. We've encouraged as many girls as we can to come down. We're doing a guard of honour to welcome the players onto the pitch. We're doing a half-time pitch walk, just to sort of show our support for the Her Game 2, and obviously for Wealdstone and Ebbsfleet as the two teams play in. We do have an offer as well for the EFL and Premier League season ticket holders, which is something that we run throughout the season, not just as a one-off. So it's a reduced ticket price of £13, which they can get up until kick-off on the gate as well. So, we would really encourage as many girls and young ladies to come down. We've got a number of local football teams who we've invited to come and join us. I've talked quite a lot about Wealdstone having quite a big presence in the community, and we've reached out to local schools, and we've got mascots joining us as well. So there's going to be lots of fun stuff going on. We want to make it a safe and fun environment and get as many girls and females down as we can.
And if you've never been and you were thinking that what you're saying sounds like something you might want to do, just tell us about what the atmosphere is like at Wealdstone.
Oh, it's brilliant. I absolutely love it. There's nothing better than standing on a sideline of a pitch watching your local team or your favourite team playing a game with other people who are invested and have the same passion for the game as you do. Everybody is super welcoming. I haven't been a supporter of Wealdstone as long as a number of the people that are there, but we have been wholeheartedly been welcomed, and it's brilliant. And it's, of all the clubs that I have been to, it's definitely one that I personally feel safe and welcome to, and I would encourage anyone to come along.
Brilliant words, Nicola. Thank you very much indeed. That is Nicola Brown, who is the ambassador for the Her Game 2 campaign at Wealdstone. And you don't just have to be a Wealdstone fan. You can also, if you're listening to us in the southeast of the city and you're an Ebbsfleet supporter, I think the offer's open to Ebbsfleet fans as well. Girls under 18 can get in with an adult. So a fantastic idea, and that's all taking place Saturday, 3 o'clock, Wealdstone against Ebbsfleet in the